Hello everyone. Welcome back to this channel. On this occasion, we're once again going to discuss several leaks that I've managed to find and that I think are quite interesting to talk about. As usual, this information comes from sources that are considered fairly credible. But before we get into the discussion, running out of stellar jade and Honkai starrail? Don't worry, there's a more budget-friendly solution. Now you can top up in-game safely, quickly, and at a lower price through U7 Buy. And it's not just Honkai starrail, other games are available too, all in one place. Still not sure? No problem. You can check U7 Buy's reviews directly on Trustpilot, so it's transparent and trustworthy. For comparison, 80 Nihilux shards cost around $100 in the official store, but on U7 Buy, it's much cheaper. The process is also instant. Just select your server, enter your UID, and the balance is delivered straight to your account, no hassle. Don't forget to use code BOOM for a 5% discount. Click the link in my description or pinned comment to visit U7 Buy. Alright, now let's get into the main topic. Precisely tomorrow, the Honkai starrail version 4.2 anniversary will finally be officially released. This is certainly a long-awaited moment for players, considering that anniversary versions usually always bring a lot of interesting content, special rewards, and tempting character banners. Speaking of banners, I hope you are among the lucky ones to get Silverwolf 9.99 at Soft Pity. On this occasion, our discussion focus is on two main topics that are quite important and interesting. The first is regarding the condition of the beta version 4.3. And the second is the latest information regarding a future character named Nihilux, where she is a character who has received significant attention from the leak community. Of course, all of this information comes from fairly credible sources. Alright, before we start the discussion about Nihilux, let's start first with the discussion regarding the beta version 4.3. As we know, version 4.2 will be released tomorrow. If we look at the patterns that have occurred so far, usually the closed beta phase for the next version will start not long before the original version is released globally, usually a day before. However, the fact is there is no beta at all today. This condition certainly raises questions among players who actively follow the beta. Where is the version 4.3 beta? When will that testing phase begin? Well, maybe many of you don't care about the 4.3 beta because you're not interested in Blade SP, but not a few players are waiting for his gameplay in the beta. Information regarding this matter comes from the source Rain Grace Leaks. This is the same source as before when we reviewed information about Blade SP. So a few days ago, precisely on Sunday the 19th, Rain Grace shared some quite surprising information. In their post, they stated that the closed beta test for version 4.3 would not be launched on Tuesday, which should fall on April 21st. Now we are already on Tuesday, and indeed there is no 4.3 beta released. This further strengthens Rain Grace's credibility as an information source. But unfortunately, even though they managed to provide an accurate prediction regarding this delay, they did not provide further information regarding when the beta will actually start. In a separate post, Rain Grace even stated that for now, we can only wait. Besides Rain Grace, there is also another source providing similar information regarding the 4.3 beta. That source is Luna, which was then reposted by Honkai starrail Italia. In that post, HSR Italia shared a screenshot of Luna with a rather interesting message. Luna said that next Tuesday will be sunny, no rain, no need to wait. If we understand the context, rain here means leaks, so the meaning of that statement is that there will be no beta on that Tuesday. Essentially, Luna also said the same thing as Rain Grace, that the 4.3 beta will not be released today. But Luna also did not provide more detailed info on when the 4.3 beta will start. Interestingly, Luna has previously used the same message format when predicting the version 4.2 beta schedule, and that prediction proved accurate. Beta 4.1.55 or Beta 4.2 v5 has still not ended, or that beta will end tomorrow, which is today. With all the available information, we can conclude that there has indeed been a delay in the 4.3 beta schedule. However, until now, there is no certain date as to when the beta will start. If you ask me, I personally think that the earliest possibility for the 4.3 beta to start is on Friday, or maybe next Tuesday. But of course, this is still limited to personal speculation, so to be sure, we can only wait to find out more clearly. After discussing the 4.3 beta, now we turn to the second topic, which is no less interesting, namely regarding Nihilux. The first information regarding Nihilux comes from Uncle B via Galaxy Leaks. Uncle B is the same source as when we discussed Blade SP, Aventurin SP, and Himiko SP previously. In the shared information, it is mentioned that Nihilux has mechanics similar to characters like Cyrene. She is rumored to have transformation abilities, as well as being able to provide support for the elation mechanics owned by other characters. If this information is true, then it can be said that Nihilux has the potential to become the main support for the elation path in patch 4.x. In other words, she will be the closer character for elation in patch 4.x. This reminds us of what happened in the previous patch, where Cyrene acted as the closer support for the remembrance path, even though actually Cyrene wasn't just a support for remembrance, but a support for all the Chrysos heirs released in patch 3.x. This also aligns with community speculation so far, where many estimate that Nihilux will be a specialized support for elation teams, similar to the pattern in patch 3.x. But of course, there are still some things that aren't clear regarding Nihilux. First, will Nihilux only be effective in elation-based teams, or will she also have the flexibility to be used in various other team compositions like non-elation? Second, how is her position in the current meta? Will she replace existing support characters, or instead become a complement in new team compositions? If we try to analyze based on current conditions, there are several possibilities that could happen. For example, Nihilux might replace Yaoguang in the silverwolf 999 team. Or, she could also become a sort of upgrade from the elation MC, like Cyrene, who was an upgrade from the RMC. Even so, design-wise, the elation MC currently doesn't look strong enough and tends to be just average as a baseline, unlike the RMC, who was indeed very strong. So, for instance, if Nihilux replaces Yaoguang in the silverwolf 999 team, Nihilux might also replace the elation MC in the evanescia team along with Yaoguang. But keep in mind that all of this is still early. Nevertheless, the existing information is already enough to provide an initial picture of Nihilux's design direction as a support character who will most likely be the closer for the elation path in patch 4.x. Alright, with that, we have reached the end of our discussion this time. Thank you very much for your time and attention in following this video until the end. I am very interested to know your opinions regarding the various information we have discussed today. Please share your opinions, analyses, and speculations in the comments section. Don't forget to also share this video with your fellow Honkai starrail players so they don't miss out on the latest information. Your support through likes and subscribes means a lot for the future development of this channel, so I can continue to bring informative content. Thank you for your attention, and see you in the next discussion.